What's up? What's happening? What is popping? What's going on, you guys? I'm back in the studio. Good morning, y'all. It's actually the morning because a lot of times I be saying good morning, it'd be 3 o'clock. But it's actually the morning when I'm recording this video. So good morning. Happy 2024. I hope you guys have a great year. Let's start this year off right. Eagles wise, right now, the Eagles are 0-0 this year, okay? So let's start off on the right foot, heading into the playoffs. All that 2023 bullshit is in the past. Let's turn a new page. Let's start a new chapter. But y'all, have two things I really want to talk about on this video. First of all, should the Eagles rest their starters against the Giants? I get it's a long shot. Us moving up the playoff seeding is a long shot because we would need Dallas to lose to Washington. But I don't like conceding when there's still a chance, even if there's a slight chance. I think we should play our offense a little bit. I don't think that we should have Jalen Hurts in the offense out there the whole time because we don't want to get anybody injured. But I think we should play them a couple of drives. I feel like the defense has to play, though, because the defense is the one that's on the bougie. The defense is the one that needs the reps. The defense is the one that needs to build some momentum going into wild card weekend. I feel like the offense had two really good weeks, in my opinion. Last week against the Cardinals, the offense played very, very, very well. So I'm fine. I'm confident giving the offense a break. Don't want to get DeAndre Swift hurt. Don't want to get Jalen Hurts hurt anymore. But I do think the offense should play a few drives just so they're not rusty going into the playoff game that's likely going to be on the road. But I do think the defense needs to be out there. The defense has to be out there. They need to get some shit clicking. You know what I'm saying? They don't deserve a break. They need to be out there getting their shit figured out. You know what I'm saying? So I want the defense out there against the Giants. Like I said, it's still a chance we could win the NFC East, but it's a long shot. We have to win, which ain't guaranteed. And the little boys have to lose to Washington. Washington obviously already eliminated, not playing for anything. But it's any given Sunday, y'all. Last year, remember, Washington beat the little boys the last week of the season. And the Washington Commanders were already eliminated, and they were still playing and playing as if they were playing for something. So, but it's looking like we're going to get the number 5 seed. It's like a 99% chance we're going to get the number 5 seed. And when it comes to that, y'all, honestly, if we're going to be looking glass half full and not half empty, the 5 seed might be the easiest route outside of the number 1 seed. Of course, the number 1 seed is the number 1 seed. But when it comes to 2, 3, 4, and 5, the 5 seed is probably the easiest seed because the 5 seed plays the NFC South, meaning we're going to either play the Bucks or the Saints. Now, there is a chance that the Falcons can still make the playoffs, and we play the Falcons. I really hope, if we have to be the number 5 seed, I really hope and pray that the Falcons miracle can get pulled out because that means the Eagles will be coming to Atlanta, and that means that I could go to the game. So it's a very, very, very slim chance that the Falcons win the NFC South, y'all, but I'm praying that the Falcons win the NFC South because that means that the game will be in Atlanta, and I'll be able to go to the game, cheer on the birds, you know what I'm saying? But in order for the Falcons to win the NFC South, they have to beat the Saints, and they need the Buccaneers to lose to the Panthers. So it's a very long shot that the Falcons win the NFC South. So it's looking like we're either going to face the Buccaneers or the Saints, as us being the 5 seed and the NFC South being the 4th seed. Y'all, when it comes to first-round opponents, the Bucks, Saints, or Falcons are the easier opponents, in my opinion. If we had the 2 or 3 seed, we would be playing the Rams, who are super hot right now. The last time we played the Rams, Cooper Kupp was just coming back from injury and whatnot. The Rams are super hot right now. Like, check their record. Matt Stafford is killing the game right now. Like, Matt Stafford is playing one of the best quarterbacks right now in the league, how he's been playing the last couple of weeks. We already lost to the Seahawks once without Geno Smith. So, shoot, I would rather play the Bucks or Saints than I would rather play the Rams or the Seahawks again. So, honestly, y'all, if we're keeping it positive, the 5th seed ain't all that bad for the first round. Because, once, you get to the second round, we're going to have to go on the road to maybe the Niners, maybe Detroit, maybe Dallas. But for the first round, when it comes to us just making it out the first round, if I had to pick, if somebody said, would you rather play the Rams, the Seahawks, or the Buccaneers or Saints, I'm going to pick the Bucs or Saints, y'all. Not saying that we're going to win all those games. We're not guaranteed anything the way that we've been playing, but I would like my chances way better against the Bucs or Saints than I would against Seahawks and Rams. And when it comes to the Buccaneers, we played our best game against the Buccaneers. Think about that. We played arguably our most complete game when we played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So we already played the team. We already look good against the team. We already have all that film tape footage from this season we can look back at and go back to the drawing board for. This is a team we already beat. We looked our best against. So they should be confident if it does end up being the Buccaneers. So let me know what y'all think about that. But like I said, if I'm being positive, I ain't mad at the Bucs. I ain't mad at the Bucs first round, okay? Now, I want to talk a little bit about changes going forward. Everybody's saying fire Nick Sirianni. I'm not saying fire Nick Sirianni yet, okay? Nick Sirianni, let's keep... Right now, this is one bad year, okay? There has been a lot of good that has come out of the Nick Sirianni era. Nick Sirianni had the team in the playoffs every year, okay? His first year, he took over a 4-12 team. He took over a 4-12 team. Jalen Hurts, still fresh, brand new, learning how to play, learning how to be a starting quarterback in the NFL, and took that team to the playoffs. Playoffs ever since. Also, let's talk about the way Nick Sirianni has been able to recruit free agents here. Shaq Leonard turned out to be a bust, but we all wanted Shaq Leonard. And who got Shaq Leonard? The Nick Sirianni pool. Nick Sirianni has a lot of relationships with, obviously a lot of positive relationships with players and with free agents around the league. So all we need to do, in my opinion, is this offseason is obviously get some new players in here. Let go of some players. We gonna get there. But when it comes to the coaching staff, I feel like this team will be fine if we just bring in a new defensive coordinator. SEAN DESAI, Matt Patricia can go. Either bring in a new offensive coordinator or fully hand over the keys to Brian Johnson, because this hasn't been Brian Johnson. We haven't seen Brian Johnson's offense in Philly. We've seen his offense in college, and his offense in college was really good, okay? We haven't seen a full Brian Johnson offense, okay? So let Nick Sirianni stay as head coach next year. Bring in a real defensive coordinator and either bring in a new OC, or Nick Sirianni needs to fully turn over the keys to Brian Johnson. Because look, last night, everybody watched that Bama game, right? I'm pretty sure everybody watched the Bama-Michigan game, and the offensive play calling was terrible for Alabama. Everybody on Twitter was joking and making jokes like, is this where Brian Johnson got his game plan from? Dumb screenplays, dumb QB draws, a stupid QB draw to end the game. But guess what? It was Nick Sirianni who was on the same staff with the Chargers as Alabama's offensive coordinator, Tommy Rees. Alabama's offensive coordinator, Tommy Rees, who was stinking it up last night in the college football playoff game, was on the same coaching staff with Nick Sirianni at the Chargers. This is all Nick Sirianni's bullshit. We saw it play out last night in the college football playoffs. This isn't Brian Johnson, and Nick Sirianni even admitted it, but there's still a lot of Eagles fans that are still blaming Brian Johnson when this isn't Brian Johnson. So the way I look at it, this season could be a bust, but at the end of the day, this team still has a lot of talent on the roster. We still have the draft. I hate to be saying that, but we do. The core of this team is still going to get us to the playoffs next season. Still going to get us to the playoffs next season. All we have to do is hit right in the draft, which we have been. We've been doing. Get a real defensive coordinator, and Nick Sirianni needs to turn over the keys to Brian Johnson or another offensive coordinator. Very easy fixes, in my opinion. Very easy fixes. The Birds, we're going to be all right. We are going to be all right. But let me know what y'all think. Okay, make sure you like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, keep rocking with me. Check out the links down below. Buy me the coffee at this channel. Shop the Fisher Small this business merch collection. Talk to you guys next time. Bye.